Yo, 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 how's it going, everyone? This is a Horrible History Project by Emma, Jada, Courtney, and Abby.
Erase.
Vikings were Scandinavians who raided and settled in many parts of northwestern Europe during the 8th and 11th centuries.
Viking.
Rus is another term used for Viking, which means men who row. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. The Vikings sailed in long boats. The boats could sail forwards and backwards and could also fit into riverways. Forwards and backwards. And down riverways. They were different from other boats because they had one sail and used oars. They all wore helmets, but they never had horns on the side of their helmets. That was an image created by people in today's world. The bloody eagle was a way that the Vikings would torture and kill people at the same time. The Vikings would be placed in a prone position, and the Viking would sever the ribs from the spine using an axe or some sort of sharp tool, and then the lungs would pull through the opening to look like wings.
The Vikings raided many towns. They raided towns in England, Ireland, and France. The Viking raids in England began in the late 8th century, primarily on monasteries. The first monastery to be raided was in 793 at Lindisfarne off of the northeast coast. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle described the Vikings as heathen men. In 795, Viking longships began to raid various places in Ireland. They first attacked the monasteries along the coast and then later started to raid inland. In 845, the Vikings raided Paris, France. And they did not leave until King Charles the Bald paid them 5,670 pounds of silver and gold. The raids started to subside by the mid-11th century.
The Vikings were the first Europeans to land in America, which was in the 5th century. The Vikings set off from Greenland in 3 ships, Una, Dos, Tres. They followed a route made by Leif Erikson. Since we have Christopher Columbus Day, which is celebrated for Christopher Columbus reaching North America first, there is a Leif Erikson Day, which is to celebrate the true Viking that reached North America first. Leif Erikson had his own special episode in SpongeBob SquarePants. And if you have your own episode in SpongeBob SquarePants, you are the true founder of North America. Leif Erikson crossed the Atlantic by accident after sailing off his course, which led him and his crew to what is now North America.
When the Vikings arrived, they founded fish. They also founded timber, which is wood, and they used to make their houses with. And they founded pasture, which is grass. And they also met Native Americans. Some fun facts are that they had good hygiene because it was the most important thing to them. They also buried their dead in longboats. And the Viking woman had a lot of freedom and power, which you can tell by my drawing. She has great muscles. But by the 1100s, the Vikings were weakened due to domestic disputes. Yep. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
See you
Later.